Hi, my name's Evie and welcome to this video, which is the first ever episode of Evie in the Kitchen, and today we are making banana bread. First, rotten bananas equals banana bread. So I have that, that's why I'm making it. It is pretty late right now, but banana bread is always good. You can always have banana bread. So if you want to make it with me, here are the ingredients. I'm going to list them out. 3 overripe bananas, 1 cup of butter softened, 3/4 a cup of granulated sugar, 2 eggs beaten, 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of salt actually, half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 cup of walnuts if you're gonna add nuts, if you have nuts, and half a cup of chocolate chips. So first things first, I'm gonna preheat the oven to 350. Get that going, and then we will start with our ingredients. First, you need 2 different bowls. You need one for your wet ingredients, you need one for your dry ingredients, right here, and you'll need a bowl to mash your bananas in. Okay, I did not leave my butter out to soften, so that's the next step I'm gonna do. Have this whole box that we can get into. Half a cup of butter. I think half a cup will be like 8 tablespoons. Let's see. Yeah, so 4 is 1/4 of a cup of butter, and then half will be the full stick. So let's put this in here and let's get it in the oven. Before I do that, I'm actually going to grease my pan with the butter. So I'm just gonna get my hand all slimy and gooey. Okay, so now that is all buttered up like that. And I'm gonna throw this butter in the microwave for 30 seconds to melt it, to soften it. Okay, so then once that's done, let me put my butter back up. Okay. Let's get our butter out. Here is what the butter looks like. It's fine. Anyway, okay. Now we're gonna put our butter into our liquid and our wet ingredient bowl. I know the recipe says 3/4 a cup of granulated sugar, but I'm actually gonna add half a cup of granulated sugar and then half a cup of light brown sugar. Half a cup of granulated sugar. Our brown sugar cracking. Whew. We measure with the heart over here, you know. Doesn't have to be exact. What is a little extra sugar gonna do, you know? We're gonna mix this together, blending the sugar and the butter together. And this is the best time to also taste your creations. Okay, so this is what that looks like. Whisked together, nice and smooth. Then the next step is our bananas. So we're gonna peel these into this bowl, and then we're gonna mash them. Oh, banana on my phone, but okay. And now let's mash these bad boys up. Okay, here's what our bananas look like. Bananas. Nice mushy consistency. We're gonna add that to our wet ingredient mix. And then we're also gonna add our 2 eggs. And we're gonna mix this all together. There's gonna be banana all over my camera. Mix until it's fully combined. And it should be pretty wet and pretty liquidy. Wash my hands 30,000 times. Yep, sounds about right. Those are our wet ingredients done. Now we're gonna go in with the dry. With this big bowl right here. 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. 1, We need 3 of these. It's half a cup. 2. That was like half a scoop. 1 more half a scoop. Baking soda. Here we go. A teaspoon of baking soda. And then a teaspoon of salt. I'm gonna add this chunky salt. Sea salt, chunky coarse sea salt. It says 1 teaspoon. Let's call that 1 teaspoon. Then we'll mix those. And then we are going to slowly, step by step, add the dry ingredients to our wet ingredient bowl and mix it. Put a little bit of the dry. First round, let's add our second round. Second round of dry ingredients going in. Simple and easy recipe. Anyone can make banana nut bread. You don't need any fancy tools. You see I'm literally using a fork and 2 plastic bowls. And the last of our dry ingredients are going in. Mix that in. It's getting thicker and starting to look like dough. Like actual dough or cake batter. It's kind of like cake batter, like a thick cake batter. And there we have it. See how it's like thick and droopy, thick and droopy. So now we are going to do our add-in. So first thing we're going to do is vanilla extract. It says, the recipe says half a teaspoon, but like you just need like a drop. Like not a drop, you need like a splash. So that's what we're gonna call half a teaspoon. And then also, normally if I thought I had walnuts or any kind of nut, walnut, almond, pecans, but I don't. So what I'm gonna do, I would normally add that now and mix it in, but I'm gonna add chocolate chips. I said half a cup, but this is just whatever the rest of my bag is. Somewhere in here. Normally I would add more chocolate chips than that, but yeah. Then we'll mix this in. Matter of fact, let me go see. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, I don't see any other things to add in there. It's okay, we'll just go with this. So, this is our final batter right here. It's pretty thick, got the chocolate chips in there. We are just going to add it to our pan. Our greased up pan. Okay, we're gonna smooth this out. For my final touches, I'm going to sprinkle some cinnamon sugar. So I'm just gonna sprinkle that on top. And then when it puffs up to make it bread, it'll have some nice good cracks and be freaking delicious. Okay, so that is that. We are going to throw this in the oven. And I'm going to set a timer on my phone for 50 minutes. It is 12:30 right now. So a little late night baking session, but to be honest with you, I am driving home tomorrow and going to be staying with my family. So this is what we're getting right now. 50 minutes on the clock, and while that's going, I'm gonna do my dishes, put them away, and then wait to taste this bread. So I will see you then, after it's done baking. It's rising. Timer has just gone off, so let's see what it's looking like. Oof. Gosh, that is hard to get. Let's poke the metal and find out. Boom. Knife clean. Chocolate chip. Okay, I low-key think we're done. Boom, bow. All right, close this back up. Cinematic shots of the banana bread. I'm going to get a little bit more butter and put it on the top for a little finishing touch. Turn the oven off. But yeah, I have this much left of this. Just gonna rub it on top. Cause who doesn't like butter? Butter and sugar and all of that. Okay, so now I'm gonna let that sit, melt, cool, and then we can have a slice and then we'll be done. The banana bread is now cool. Oh, my battery's about to die, but let's do a taste test. Here it is, banana bread. It's got a few chocolate chips in there. It's still piping hot. 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10. It could use some nuts in there, it could use some more chocolate chips, but overall delicious. So I think we get that a thumbs up. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video, if you made the bread along with me, great. There are people outside yelling at this late time, so like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.